Get your stage name. I do want to use the former name.
Yeah.
No.
When was the last time you performed on stage? Ever?
Never.
Like that. Ever, never, ever.
No, this is your stage.
Yes.
So this
Yeah,
is
pretty much.
No
Yes.
Royale. And if you missed the show last week, then you missed out on her explanation for that name. Joining Noah Royale is Mr. Silas himself.
Yeah.
James. Ooh, you hit me there. James Silas. Morning, James. How you doing?
Should I go back in?
No. It's okay.
Alright.
Continue from there.
Good morning, good morning, Lagos. We're live.
All right, we're live. Now, if you'd like to join the conversation, we'd love to hear your voice and read your comments. So please do so through via various platforms on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp is 0809 444 0981. That's seriously speaking though. 0809 444 0981. That's the WhatsApp number for messages. On Twitter, we're at Smooth981FM. The hashtag is Grapevine981. And we're streaming live on YouTube.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, happy birthday to Baba. It's his 40th today.
Who's Baba?
Excuse me.
To Baba.
No,
Oh, Two-Face.
it is 43rd or so.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
His full response.
Be guided.
You're not 40?
He's
Yeah,
not
43.
40. Yeah.
Okay, James Silas has said, happy birthday to Face Idibia, aka Innocent Idibia. Happy birthday from the Grapevine crew. And also today the Headies date was announced. So was it yesterday? Headies has been announced to take place on the 19th of October 2019.
Fantastic.
Who's excited about that?
I am.
I know you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I judged you for that.
Yes, Valentine.
Domestic violence. In the studio.
Are we on YouTube yet?
Yes, we are.
Yes, they saw your face.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some videos or some songs to review this morning. We have Rachel Kerr, we have Daddy 99, we have Choco Ice. We also possibly will have a guest joining us today, and of course we have stories for you. But before our stories, let's check out this new song by Rachel Kerr, Lover Lover. Okay, we'll come back quickly because we have a lot of songs. Hey, mic's up, studio is live. Turn up your speaker. That's what Rachel Kerr said. Now, in case you,
That's not
unfortunately,
what she said, but that's
What did she
you
say?
mimicked her saying.
she said turn up your speakers.
I know. Yeah, she said that, but not the way you sang it.
I'm going to Okay, so just in case you're just listening to us for the first time, on the Grapevine, we just give you a teaser of the song as we post up the full link to the song on our Twitter page. So please follow us at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag Grapevine981. A day before, we usually post up songs that we review. So guys, what do you think about this Rachel Kerr's new jam?
I don't know really. I think the sound is kind of like, it's giving me like old school vibes. I'm not sure if it can somehow tie into 2019 vibes right now, but I think she does have a pretty good vocal range.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So maybe that might not have been the best song for her, in my opinion.
Is this your first Rachel Kerr song you're
Yeah.
listening to?
Oh,
I'm
that's why you
glad.
say that.
I'm actually glad because it's I think in terms of being objective and the fact that you already clocked that she has a great vocal range. is
Yeah, for
fantastic,
sure.
yeah. All right, James.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's also different. I can understand where it is coming from in terms of not the vibe of 2019, but regardless, I don't mind to. I mean, I like it. It's different from, the regular things we hear, and then we don't really have a lot of dance hall music, on the scene right now in terms of proper reggae dance hall. Yeah, I mean, we have the likes of Burna, no doubt. We have Pato Rankin and a few other ones, but this is actually one of those vibes we used to get from the Buju Band in
Kind of like jam rock.
proper Jamaican reggae.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay. I mean, it might not be on my playlist. I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like it's too energetic, but it's
Alright.
all right.
Just a little background to the song. It was released on the 13th of September. It's from her upcoming debut album set to be released in the spring of 2020.
Okay.
And here's what Rachel had to say about the song. It's taken me a while, but I've used all of my unique experiences, my Caribbean roots, my love for life, instrumentation, my appreciation of retro soul, and my inspirational lyrics, and blended it to create my unique sound. A sound I couldn't be any more proud of. A sound that is unapologetically definitely me.
Okay, girl.
Rachel Kerr has, you're right, Noah. Rachel Kerr has a very great, amazing vocal range. Sometimes she can morph into Beyonce. Sometimes I think Tiwa Savage morphs into her because of being insulting to say she morphs
Okay.
into Tiwa. Because
Give
she
me
was
high five for that.
no, not for any ulterior reason, but just because
I
of,
know, I'm just
due to
saying.
the fact that Tiwa
Okay.
gets some training or got some training from her at some point,
Yeah.
vocal training that is.
Oh.
Yes, and
Oh.
she's helped train some people who sang for Beyonce and just coached them in some sort.
Yeah.
So she's really established herself in the industry. She's been tried and tested, and the last time she was on the Grapevine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we spoke with her about her life and everything. She keeps it grounded and she experiments a lot.
Mhm.
So this is one of those. I didn't really feel it, to be honest, but yeah, the voice is there, so you can't.
Yeah, the voice is there. You
For
can't
sure.
fault it. Okay, all right. So let us know what you think about the Rachel Kerr song. Do you like it? Do you don't not like it? Is it meant to be in 2005, or should we bring it back? Well, we have our next song here. It's by Daddy 99 featuring Panda Monet,
Wow.
called "Falling" off the 99 EP.
I will never let you go, girl. All I want is you, baby. Yeah, that's true. All I need.
Okay, we're coming back. Mike's up. Studio is live. So we've heard Daddy 99 there with Falling, just a little bit. Don't forget again, the full link is on our Twitter handle. But let's hear what you have to say about this song, guys.
This is the guy we're expecting today.
No.
No.
It's
Oh.
the third one.
That's my
You had
favorite.
questions for him.
I really wish he was gonna be here. You know. So I mean, I just hope he's listening right now. But this is just from a place of love, you know. He sounds like a bootleg version of Burna Boy. No disrespect, honestly.
James
But I feel like
Sayers.
he's going to.
Every time
No,
someone
can you-
says no disrespect or no offense,
It's
there's
disrespect is coming
inside.
next.
Yeah.
No, speak for yourself, for real.
No, but I'm just surprised. Like, keep going. Don't stop.
right.
I mean, you're so savage today. I
So
like it.
he'll do better. I think there's prospect. He will. So I don't know if the problem is the production, if it's the sound that he was given,
That's
but
part
it's
of it.
the song really sounds dry. Like I'm waiting for him to hit the next verse or the next line, the next note. I'm just waiting, and then it's so dry, and then he's telling the story, and the story is so long, and I don't know where he's going to. So I think, like I said, he has prospect.
Okay.
It just might be me, on the wrong side of the headphones. But yeah.
Okay, so he has prospects. Needs
Yes,
to
there's
work a bit
hope. He needs to
harder,
work harder. Production
has
has issues. Yes,
Thank you.
it's loose.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It doesn't sound like the song is finished at all. It sounds like it was made in like a shoebox or something. Because I'm hearing like echoes
Wow.
and it doesn't sound mixed or mastered or anything at all. So yeah, that's kind of. But I can see the Burna Boy influence as well.
And he does it well, to be honest. He tried with all the licks and the flows and everything.
Yeah, that's reaching, but
Yeah, it's reaching because I'm trying to be generous with that. But speaking of man, I feel we can cut him some slack because he's pretty new in the industry.
okay.
He won the Nigerian Teen Choice Award for Choice Upcoming Artist.
What's that?
It's some award.
It's an award for
For
teenagers
In Nigeria?
in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Hence me saying it. So apparently the guy is trying, but no.
Okay.
This one does not.
So we're not really feeling it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, that's why we need like producers and stuff to reach out to people who are up and coming and try to like
Or
help
the other
people
way
out.
around.
Yeah,
The
for
up and
sure.
coming should reach out to the producers.
They can't
Oh,
afford
both
these
ways.
producers. That's the challenge. Well, Beyonce's classic Kerr doing her thing differently. Not one of her best though, but hey, it's Kerr. I met her and backed up for her ooh as well. Love her. Vocals on another level. Well done, guys. Thank you so much, Bia. Let's go on to our final song review for this morning. It's Choco Ice with Ayemi. Choco Ice is supposed to be here, but
But he's late.
he's late. But let's hear his song and hopefully, Choco Ice.
We dey wait for the good news. Shake a boy again.
Okay, let's come back. We don't have time.
Doctor, look me in the eyes.
Mike's up, studio is live. That's Choco Ice with Ayemi. The first song, we're in between. Second song, we're not in between, we're not there. This third one, let's see where we are. Has it pushed us to the promised land? Yes? No?
I don't know. I mean, Ayemi means my life.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well done.
I'm guessing, yeah, I'm half Yoruba.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing it's like an inspirational type of thing because
It
I'm
is.
hearing like some shadowing, some churchy type stuff in the background. But I don't know. I guess it might be cool if I actually listen to the whole thing.
I feel like that's the essence of him, of being Choco Ice. The fact that it gives you the chocolate without the stick. So if it doesn't stick, stick on you,
What?
it doesn't leave. I mean, if you actually check out Choc Ice, that's really what comes up.
This is
But
powerful.
Choco Ice.
I think it's the
has-
ring.
Choco Ice has a good is weather. Choco Ice has a good voice, great
Yes.
delivery. I loved it from the get go. First 10 seconds, I say this all the time. Whenever I get to review a song, I get to listen to
Hmm.
the song. The first 10 seconds leaves the impression on me. If beyond 10 seconds I'm still struggling to grapple on the song, that
Yeah.
means it's not doing a great job. But the first 10 seconds, left an imprint.
I agree with you. I think that's the impression I had first for what's his name, Daddy 99, and then after 10 seconds, I just realized that it wasn't that great. For this one, I think it's a storyteller. I mean, the stories are relatable. I don't want to say great storyteller yet. This is the first time I'm actually hearing his music, but I think he's a storyteller. If you listen to the song, there are different scenarios that were being painted,
Yeah.
different things. So I really like to. I mean, I wish if he can make it, I would like to hear more from Choco Ice. Yeah.
All right, so I had a few things to write. I
That's a
took
great
time for his song
Go
because I
on,
thought
go
he
on.
was going to be here.
Yes.
Because obviously, if he took the time out to be here, I like the positivity of the song. I know that we get a lot of, the world is hard. Give us some positive vibe. I like the fact that he says wants to make an impact. And at the end of the song, he talks about this being a true life story. I wanted to hear that from him. I wish he were here to explain, because it didn't seem like it didn't seem like he was telling a story. In fact, he was saying what he hoped to achieve. I want to live this life, making an impact and so on and so forth. But then he said this is a true, maybe that's the true lifeness. in both
It's
of the
just
story.
true. I think that's why I said it's relatable. There are different life scenarios.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what do you guys think about all the songs we reviewed? We talked about Choco Ice. We've looked
Choco
at
Ice was the best for me.
Rachel Kerr,
Rachel
Daddy
Kerr, we
99.
always love her. But,
Yeah. Me. I didn't want to say anything because
yeah.
personal investment.
She's your guy,
but-
eh?
Yeah, she's my guy. But so I don't. All right, but let us in a few minutes we'll be touching on some stories, fantastic stories. I'm really excited about that. Oh, your comments are coming in.
Yep.
All right, let's take some comments.
Bolu here says Choc Ice almost sounds like Brian. It's actually Choco Ice.
Choco.
Almost sounds
Is
like
it not
Brian.
you that was giving us the stick and all?
Sorry, no. Ziggy from VI says, "Good morning, guys. James,
Yeah.
who's in the studio on Daddy 99. Exactly what James said. Bootleg burner.
You people.
If his next song still sounds
That's
like
what I
this,
said.
So if his next song still sounds like this, it's a for me for him from me. On Rachel, song isn't doing it for me, but I love her still. Choco Ice. This song is more about the storytelling more than the melody. It's okay.
Okay, all right.
Obi Kenobi says, "How about that?"
Honestly, it'll be please say it again for the people at the back. All right, we're going to break now, but when we come back, Chris Brown might just be in Nigeria at some point soon
Oh
if the
my
wedding holds
God.
here. And then Femi Otedola is Father Christmas again. He's the philanthropist, and then YC and his label boss not having it. Stay tuned. We have some juicy stories coming up next.
Have you
This is my
ever
favorite
been on
weather.
the queue at
I
a
hate this
supermarket
weather.
or
Val, stop
restaurant?
this thing you're
love
saying.
it.
Finally, it's your turn. And
'Cause I
all
like
things
how-
considered,
Why I hate it or why he likes
Yes.
it?
No, why
bring
does
out
he
your
like
party
it?
I love
Exactly.
it.
Every human, no
It's
human.
So
this-
nice, so
I
makes
don't
you feel
think
cozy.
the rainy weather works in Lagos.
Thank
That's
you.
It does.
It's so,
I like the
that
cold, but
said
not
it's
the rain.
disruptive. Please, how disruptive is rain in
No, but it
Lagos?
is.
not.
everybody is
Everywhere is
motivated
flooded.
and
Because you know why it's not his fault. He lives in
That's
Lekki
what
phase one
makes
comes to work in
you
BI.
want to play.
So it's not disruptive.
Really?
Even with that, Lekki is a nightmare when it rains.
It
BI
is.
is a nightmare.
It's tragic.
Ordinary Eleto Agabi towards Adeola Odeku is a nightmare when it rains.
Perspective, reality.
What's perspective?
My reality is that I like it. Your perspective is that it's not.
No, this is my reality. Please, all of you people watching, who likes the rain?
I love it.
Not in Lagos.
I like the cold, but I don't like
I
the.
don't like
I don't like
the
the
cold. Who are
rain
you
itself.
people?
I like
But
the
it's
cold, but I
not
don't like
isn't
be raining.
cold
That
per
in
se.
that moment,
That's the
what
pressure
you had was a
person.
It doesn't snow in Lagos.
Yeah, but the AC
payment went through.
Yeah.
is
You
cold,
would have
and it's
walked
the
out
kind
with
of cold I
instant
don't
with a
like.
smile on
It's
your face
biting. Anyway, I don't
and
like
a
any
sense
cold.
of
AC cold, snow cold, all of
So you
them.
rather be hot?
screaming bus,
Ah, no.
annoying traffic, and all that.
Be normal,
Something came
warm,
through
but
for
warmth
you.
is my. I'm
Here
a
you
warm
are.
person.
Yeah, me too.
Cold, no, not any kind. I hate it.
That is why you should ask your bank for a birth card today. Because you deserve something that works all the time. Visit
Have we got found out?
www.myBirthworld.com.
Savior,
I hope so.
salvation has come.
www.myBirthworld.com
Bruh.
to discover
You're late.
Be raining. I have to
Welcome,
speak
please
by
get a chair
itself.
for him. Come this way.
Okay, very quickly because we're coming back soon. Morning, how you doing? Were you listening? Were you listening on your way here?
Yeah, I was listening in the car.
Oh, okay.
Please put your phone on
Did you
silent.
listen when we read your song?
You know, I don't know.
Okay, so we reviewed your song,
Just now.
yeah, a few minutes ago. But I mean, good to have you on with us. Very shortly, we'll be going on. We have only about 20 minutes or 19 minutes to go, and we have stories to take. So we'll just chat with you for a few minutes. Our analysts, Noah Royale and Jake Silas, you know Val already. So we'll just chat and then we'll go to our stories. And then you obviously weigh in on our stories as well. I'd love for you to take part. Thank you. Okay, so we're coming back in 12 seconds, 11, 10. Mic is up, studio is live.
Missed you.
I was going to say that. I was like, I always saying that's what I was going
Get
to
out
say.
of my head.
Get out of my head. Right. You're welcome back. It's Grapevine 981 here on Smooth 98.1. I'm Ayo Myra Essay. And the person who's trying to get into my head is.
And my name is Valentine. Hi.
And if you're just tuning in, we have our guest analyst with us here in the studio. We have James Silas.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Noah Royale.
Oh,
And guess who walked in? We have Choco Ice in the building.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Ooh.
Choco Ice Ile.
that's a big welcome.
Yes.
Hello, Choco Ice. Good to have you on the show. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you very
coming.
much, yeah.
How was the rain this morning?
Man,
Tell
I
them.
feel like flying from the car.
Oh dear.
But thank God I reached on time.
Well, tell them how good this weather is. Because I've been trying to convince them.
No,
all
Val,
day.
don't put words into his mouth. Do you like this weather?
Yeah, pretty nice.
Guy, high five.
Wonder for the fact that
Well
you
done.
actually interrupted my coming here.
Okay.
It's actually nice.
It's just one of those things. It's life.
More rain fall on you. Literally. All right. Okay, so Choco Ice, before you came, we're talking about your music. We talked about just a recap of what we said. Nice vocals, the positivity great in terms of the words, the lyrics of the song, and then towards the end you talked about it being a true life story. What exactly did you mean when you by saying that?
It's a true life story actually, because you listen to the second line in the first verse where I said, Teresa one crossroad for Yaba, Dampo hit and run Yeba.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a true life story of a friend of mine. She was doing a master's in Unilag. Then on her way back from lectures, she was hit by a runaway driver. And then they took her to the hospital. Hospitals with their dilly-dallying, and then they were asking, bring this, bring that. That's how she bled and died.
Oh dear.
And so I really felt, but I couldn't even tie rest in peace for
So
that's
that
why I
was your
wrote the
own
song.
way of a dedication to
Yeah,
her,
exactly.
putting her in your song.
That's what inspired the
really
song.
Powerful.
And then I didn't have to just start talking about her. I had to come from somewhere.
Mhm.
That's why I brought the Yabeji part, and then
All right.
that's what.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad I asked, because sometimes you listen and you're wondering, okay, why did this person, put this song out there? Why did you say this and all that?
Yes.
So, in terms of music, what kind of Noah Royale had said that your song sounded, had some churchy vibe, sounded a bit like, had inspirational background to it. Is that the kind of music you want to put out?
I am basically a dancehall artist,
Okay.
reggae dancehall artist.
Okay.
But I have my roots reggae, high life. And so the thing is, I've tried to build myself in a way that I can do anything.
All right.
Because I've studied the industry for some time now. I have seen that people who have been versatile and changing as the industry changes, they have been the one that have been, they have stayed long in the industry. So
Right.
I've tried to build myself with that capacity to always do anything I want to do.
All right.
So that song is actually an alternative song, but I do dancehall.
Yeah, someone mentioned that they could hear Brimo in your voice.
They could hear what?
Brimo.
Brimo.
Yeah, so you talk about alternative. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So someone,
Does it influence your sound in any way?
Not really, not really.
Who influences your sound then?
Two-Face, but I broke out.
Why?
Because I have to be me, you know.
All right.
Back then, I don't, as an upcoming artist, sometimes some people are cornered to feel that when they say you sound like this person, you should feel good about it. I didn't feel good when I started hearing people say I sound like Two-Face back in the days.
Why?
Yeah, I needed to break out from that. So
I
that's
wanted
how.
to be his own man.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Can you
you
explain?
sound like
Your, I mean, we've had Cocoa Ice.
Oh, Coco is a big
There's
brother.
yes, there's Hot Ice.
Okay, really.
You are Choco. There's Ice Princess. So tell us, I mean, how do you come about your Choco Ice?
Choco Ice, yeah.
Yeah.
Choco Ice is actually an abbreviation of my name. CHOCO. Call him Ojon Collins OG. Yeah. So Ojon Collins OG is my name. So call him Ojon Collins OG. That's Choco.
I like your vibe.
Ah, okay.
I have
I
an
like
eyes.
your.
People say I have nice eyes, so I decided to just add it to it.
Ice.
Yeah.
Nice ice. But you have it as ICE.
Yeah.
Wow.
In Yoruba, they call it Ojuton Soro. All right, let's
Okay.
talk.
You must
right
have
now.
given this an explanation of multiple times.
How long did it take to come up with this?
With the Choco
The
Ice.
whole, yeah, all this is your name.
Man,
This concept.
my friends who will be listening to me out there, I'll be like, this guy, I've changed a couple of names, man. I
Aha.
used to be
Tell
Cool
us.
J.
Uh-huh.
Then there was no LL Cool J in the US. I was like, no, if you were Googling me, you cannot Google Cool J and LL Cool J comes up. I had to change it to J Collins. If you Google J Collins, there's J Collins in the US. I just needed something unique. So when I came up with Choco Ice and I typed on Google, a red line came on that, yeah, there's no one with
You
this.
must have
Choco
been
Ice.
really disappointed.
Yeah.
when
That's so cool.
You heard people calling themselves Cocoa Ice. Ice Prince.
Choco Ice.
Chocolate Ice.
Choco Ice, yeah.
All right, fantastic.
nice.
I really thank you so much for telling us about the history of your names. You're quite a you're a great person to interview. I have to say that because you keep the energy is buzzing.
Yes, in spite of the
Even,
cold.
even when I'm recording in the studio, the producer will be like, can you just shoot the beat? The voice is so powerful. You have
I've
to shoot
turned
the
down the
beat.
mic a number of times.
Oh, really?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, yes. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, and who's the unknown aspiring artist in the studio? He's known. He's Choco Ice. All right. It says nonchalantly putting down other aspiring artists like she's Beyonce. Ooh, wow. Hashtag reality checking out your music right now.
Yeah.
Okay, all love though. Choco Ice has a vibe. He must drink plenty Choco. He actually calls the brand name, but
And then Cruz says Choco Ice or Choco Ice alone really got my attention this morning. But based on your comments, I think I'd search for Rachel's works too. At this stage, I'm thinking probably Otedola should just invest in the health sector already. All right, now talking about Otedola, let's go to Otedola. So Femi Otedola talks or reportedly takes over Majek Fashek's hospital bills. We talked about this last week Thursday.
Yes,
I'm
we
glad that we're talking
did.
about it today when you guys are around.
Yeah.
We talked about Majek Fashek, his the dodginess of his manager
Yeah.
and the claims of. We didn't doubt the fact that he was ill, but just the amount of money needed for his recuperation. He had mentioned last week that someone was an unknown person was going to be taking over his bills, and I think we suspected that it was Femi Otedola. Did we talk
Yeah,
about that?
we said something like
Yeah.
that, thinking it was someone that had to be rich, obviously.
Well, the week,
$2.5 million, right? That was the medical.
Yeah.
deal.
no, that was the expenses for his living and all that. But
Hospital bill, okay.
medical,
The medical was
outside
different.
medical.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, medical.
I thought the medical bill was
No,
included.
the
included in
additional
that.
amount he needed to raise
Wow.
was that.
Uh,
Anyway, so help has finally come from Majek as his hospital bills have been reportedly taken over by billionaire business mogul Femi Otedola. So the
Otedola with the money.
Yeah. Oh, your daddy.
I
Alright,
like that.
so I mean, this is great news. He's done this for a number of artists,
Yeah,
men in the
exactly.
entertainment sector. What do you think? There's anything in for it, or because his daughter is in it, is like, let me be sowing seeds into these people's lives.
For
so, like,
real.
so what you guys
He
think?
did it
No,
for
it's a
Chris
good
and
one.
Chuku too. No?
Yes.
It's a good thing. I mean, I think the only part that just took me in the whole story was the fact that Majek's manager still says that, but they still need
Other expenses.
more money. Anyway,
I want to know what the anyway is. Really.
On
James.
that note,
let's leave it at where it
No,
is.
no, Royal,
Thank you,
you-
Otedola. I
You
mean,
got a lot
but-
to say.
mm,
Oh, you thinking about doing a post-op at the hospital right now?
oh,
No? Okay, sugar ice. I mean, when you see people like this being philanthropic to artists and celebrities, how do you feel? Do you feel sometimes that you... Well, let me not preempt your question, but or your answer, but go ahead. Like,
How do
share
I
your
feel?
thoughts.
If I see. Yeah. I've seen. I feel really great because, like Lucky Dube said, what kind of rich man are you? When you see another man starving, doesn't make you feel great if you see another man without food. You know. So Otedola, as he is a great man. He has been. He did it for Christian Chuku sometime in the past.
Yes, yes.
And so he's trying to exhibit that it is not the amount of word you have, but how much you can reach out to people.
Absolutely.
And so that is perfect. I like that about him. He's a great man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yuwa says, good thing Otedola did, but Nigeria has to do better. Every Nigerian is an organ failure away from poverty.
Oh.
And we've seen that a number of times. And let's talk about some other rich people.
Sorry,
That was deep.
Yeah,
That's
deep.
true.
I just Otedola, Nigeria, very wide apart.
Yeah.
But let's keep it moving though.
Let's keep it moving. All right. Okay, so Chris Brown wants to be on my train according to Davido. You know, they say that birds of the same feather
Flock together.
You know, so we just might see Davido Dobalain for Chioma's parents. You know, Dobalain, by the way, means to prostrate. You know that thing they do for Yoruba in Yoruba traditional weddings, where the men prostrate. So it's not news that Davido is getting married in 2020, but what's news and quite interesting is the fact that we might have Chris Brown make the groomsmen list.
Yeah.
The music star hinted this via his Twitter page on Tuesday. According to him, Chris Brown wants to be on his train and he finds it hilarious. He said, imagine Chris in attire. He tweeted this. What do you guys think?
He actually tweeted it first. He says, Chris say one day my train, or imagine Chris in my attire. You know, I when I saw this, I for the first question that jumped on my head was, why is this special? Because it's Chris Brown. Because he's an international art. Because we would all like to see him in the traditional attire. You know, At the same time, it's not special. I mean, yeah, it will happen. It's fine. Somebody else could do that, and that would be nice. But the fact that he has that kind of following, I guess that's why a lot of Nigerians find it very interesting.
I mean, just a couple of days ago, if you know DaBaby, he's a rapper in America as well. His best friend is Igbo, and they did like a traditional wedding, and they all had on like traditional Igbo or Irobo outfits or whatever, and they were lit. Yeah, they were lit. So I think it's just like the fact of Chris Brown coming back to Nigeria and then being in the wedding party of someone who's like one of the biggest entertainers in Nigeria, and then obviously females and Chris Brown. Oh my God, Chris Brown!
Yeah, no, get up, please. Don't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Igbos don't prostrate at their traditional.
No, she's just giving an example.
No, I'm just saying generally.
Yes.
When we say yes, we can see Chris Brown in the traditional attire, but Igbo traditional weddings, I don't think they prostrate. Just spitting that out.
Thank you. So for me, I don't know if it will be a distraction. It's like having government officials at your wedding and they take over because all the attention goes to them. They come with their aides. It is absolutely ridiculous. Imagine a Chris Brown coming. They will come with an entourage of bodyguards because they have to ensure his safety.
Yeah.
Number two, it's going to be strictly by invitation. In fact, you probably have to have a chip in your brain for you to enter that wedding. So I don't know if it's a good thing, like someone mentioned, because it might take the fun away and the shine away from the couple of the day. I know Davido is big.
Davido here now.
No, but Davido is big, but this is Chris Brown. We have
they are going to the village somewhere in Imo State or somewhere over.
Even in Chris Brown,
some people don't even know who Chris Brown is.
Actually,
what?
Those
yes, for real.
That's not true.
Some people in the village don't know who Chris Brown is.
Have you seen some young boys in Alaba wanting to dance Chris Brown steps?
For real.
I'm sure you think everybody in Nigeria knows Wizkid.
But
that's not what it is.
But I think everyone in Nigeria, or most people in Nigeria, know Chris Brown. At
They
least
love him.
one song, maybe No Air, because I remember Nigerians buying those booklets with like the lyrics, because y'all don't really know the lyrics out here, and they'd be like reading all the lyrics, trying to make sure they know every single word.
Have you not seen Chris Brown pictures in barber shop? Get your haircut here, even in Asaba.
I've seen Chris Brown post on the back of the keke before.
They might have seen. But I'm telling you guys, when you use the word most, I don't think most people know Chris Brown.
Okay, let's find out. If it makes this wedding, we'll see. Lagos will go on a break. When we come back, it's the final few minutes of the Grapevine. We still have some more stories, and we will be taking your comments as well. Choco Eye still in the building. They loved Chris Brown.
Oh my God! Somebody is literally telling me that you're right. That people don't know.
You think that most Chris Brown, just say Chris Brown. Most people don't know Chris Brown.
So, but when they see, they will identify the picture and the person.
They'll just see Oyibo guy. They don't know. They don't even know his name.
But they'll know that, that guy there for Chuck's barber shop.
You know. And then we're talking about somewhere in the village. It's so different from Lagos, you know.
What's the WhatsApp line?
Oh my days.
0809 444 0981.
Okay, we're coming back shortly.
See messages.
Yeah. Okay, mic is up, studio is live. All right, Lagos, it's the final stretch for Grapevine 981. I'm Ayo Myra Essay.
And I'm Valentine. And we have messages on WhatsApp. Michael from Festac says he heard on a radio station yesterday that news of help coming from Femi Osedola is false. Well, we'll find out in the coming hours. Ebon Femo, that Ishan boy, says, Happy rainy day.
Something now.
Please, what's the full name of the act, the guest act? Choco Ice. The Choco is with a C. All right. I say I love his pattern and delivery. Good one, brother man. Keep it up. Hoping to hear greater songs from you, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
MI from Akoka says, oh, whether like Kadibi or Kadijat, I like never experienced it. Nice.
It's Obi 10 Kenobi says, Wow, come on, stop that. Chris is a bona fide 2-time Illuminati member.
Wow.
How is it not a big deal? Stop. All right.
I don't understand how Anyway, Tunde from Ableba says Chris Brown can't be popular than Davido in Nigeria now.
Okay. All right. Let's find out
where
soon.
he's coming from.
Okay. All right. So, R. Kelly's friend who paid his bail bond wants her money back. So, according to reports, since facing several allegations and arrests, R. Kelly has not had anything close to a good night's rest, as his woes keep compounding, with the latest being that of the lady who paid his bail bond. Remember that? And wanting her money back. According to page 6, Valencia Love, a businesswoman, says she wants a refund of the money she paid as the music star's bail bond back in February because he's still behind bars. So many woes, a number of people who had supported him initially are gradually pulling out. You know, the more revelations come out, the more people keep, you know, he has reports that are so that are indicting. They are withdrawing. What do you think about? Do you think if you've given your money, shouldn't you just?
No, this is not a withdrawal. I mean, based on what you just said, this is the fact that she had paid the bond and the guy is still behind bars. So, I mean, if you've taken my money, why are you not releasing the guy? Do you understand? That's what the situation is, not particularly about support or not. And then if you read further, it says that I think the judge also was saying that she does not have any legal right to request her money back. So which is the part I also don't get. If there was a judgment that they need to pay a bond to release the guy, first of all, we're not saying he was free from the case or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking it's just the judicial system. So I probably don't have much to say about that.
Yeah. She also paid $50,000 for child support for him because he was financially handicapped.
I think they need to. I think they need to investigate the woman as well. Been going through stuff like this since the early 90s, and there's actual video footage of him doing a lot of these things. So yeah, you can't get a refund. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
But you know, in the Western world, they're mostly responsive for there's sensitive issues like this. Like I read for the woman said that she has been recording low patronage from her business because of that demonstration, because of that supporting for R. Kelly.
And that's what Royale is saying, that
what-
it's a bit weird, but fan love can be mad. It can be really, really mad. It doesn't really matter. But talking about fans and, well, not fans, but YC blasts former label boss for not paying his artists, just to mention that he says that his former label boss took his Instagram account to rant at the boss of his former label, Tiny, or is it Tiny? Tiny Entertainment, for not paying his artists, among other things. The person in question is Timileyin Arokodare, popularly known as Small Tiny. His label was home to acts like YC, Bernard, Damilare, Bella, Alubo, and according to and is this a common thing in Nigeria where label owners do not pay their artists or treat them in a way that's not fair?
James?
No, I won't say it's. I mean, let's not jump into conclusion. Say it's not fair. First of all, there's a contract. But what it is for a lot of upcoming artists, they are so desperate that they want to jump into any contract they are given. They don't understand. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, an artist sent his contract to me. I'm not a lawyer, but when I was just reading through the things that were outlined in that contract, I was, excuse me, this is you just signing your life off to this
Slavery,
guy. Do you understand? So that's what would have happened in might have happened in YC's case. And then when you are getting off that contract, there's also a release, what's it called? A release paragraph or whatever, where you get forfeit or where you get to pay a certain amount, which all your catalog of records may not even hit at the end of the day. So it's actually painful. I can understand where he's coming from. You know, when you've left label in a very painful way, because YC as an artist, I didn't see him flourish. Is it financial? I say financial. He didn't have a car for a very long time, even while his music was popping everywhere. So I really don't know the context of the content of their contract or so, but I know I can feel his pain. And to celebrate 100 million streams across all platforms, it's only proper that you just say, give the boy credit. Because if we talk about Tiny Entertainment today, what name comes to mind? It's YC. Do you understand? So I can feel the pain. Like I said, the guy left empty-handed, in quotes, so to speak. But sometimes we want to hear from the other party as well. We've not heard. Tiny did not make any public statement. Did not grant any interview about their breakup. But it would be nice to hear Tiny's part of the story. But if you're looking at it from what has been released recently, then you just agree that Tiny had YC had the right to shed off his grievances or his pain.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So
All
the
right.
devil is in the details. Then.
Absolutely. Choco Ice, what should we expect from you as a roundup?
I want to say thank you for giving me an on-air interview without even having to pay for it.
That's all we do. We don't ask for payment. You shout it loud so people in the back.
How dare you?
Yo, this interview is for free, man. I didn't have to pay for it.
So, how can people follow you? People love you. We've gotten messages about your vibe. People love your spirit, and I love it too. So, tell us, how can we follow you?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at Choco_music.
Okay.
Music as in MUSZIK.
Okay.
Choco_music.
All right, fantastic.
And on Twitter as well. Facebook Choco Ice.
All right, Choco Ice.
Awesome.
Noah Royale, any last words for today?
Just stay dry.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Peace.
At this time of the day.
We know what he's going to do next, and I envy you. All right, Lagos. We're going on a break. When we come back, it'll be time for Lagos Talks 981, looking at one of the topics from the freshly pressed episode for today at 7:30. Please stay close to your phone as we'll be taking your phone calls and reading out your messages as well.
On the Smooth Breakfast Show.
So,